Were you a wine drinker before all this? Was wine part of your life, or?
No, ironically, it wasn't. Reno has a fairly large Mormon population, and a number of my friends throughout high school were Mormon, non-drinking. So it really wasn't a part of my family's own history and habits, and wasn't part of the groups that I was growing up with. So it really wasn't until I went to Spain where I really had my first kind of introduction to it. And I think for me, it was a nice introduction because it was a cultural introduction as opposed to a high school drinking introduction.
Right. It wasn't about getting drunk. It was about enjoying wine as almost a part of food, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that's when it was. It was midday glass of wine.
How did you come to become the winemaker at Spottswoode?
I guess as with a lot of good things in life, there's a little bit of chance and luck involved. So I basically, while I was going to school down Fresno, I had been working at a winery, both all aspects: winemaking, managing, working in the tasting room, etc. It was a small Central Valley winery, but it was a neat introduction. So then, when I had when I graduated, I figured if I didn't get out of there then, I'd probably be stuck for a while. And I didn't have any real deep ties to the area, and so wanted to come up here to this area. So took that opportunity, went and interned at Paul Hobbs for an extended harvest internship. And at that time, I had some friends that were working already, that had graduated before me, that were working over in this area, and they had connections here with Spottswoode. So when they started looking for an assistant winemaker, they said, "Hey, any good candidates out there that we should meet or talk to?" And he mentioned my name, and just went through the interview process, and luck behold, a few months later, had the position. So as soon as I finished my internship, I came straight here and started working. Worked as assistant winemaker for about the first 3 years, and then had the opportunity to take over and do some vineyard management also for a few years. And then in 2011 was named winemaker. But I know I had already gotten to a point where I just realized that, so much of what I thought was important was being able to watch the vines and have the time to observe, and those things, those feelings, and those gut intuitions, those don't develop overnight. I mean, you can have them from other things, but I think the deepest ones and the most pragmatic, reliable ones are the ones that come with time. So I was looking to get into a spot where I could just kind of buckle down and become a little reclusive.